The Pokemon hobby is huge right now. It has been for a while, and scalpers are bad enough. But scammers, they are absolute total trash. If you've spent any time in this hobby for, just even the past few weeks, if you're brand new, you've probably heard of some of these YouTubers that I'm talking about, and they're bigger names, and I think they're relatively good channels. Subscribe to all of them myself, and I like the content they put out. So if you haven't heard of them, I highly suggest going to each of them and checking them out, seeing what they're about. But in recent events, PokeVault specifically was scammed. He breaks it down, what happened, how it went down. He sells product, mystery pack products that he creates. Does a lot of really cool stuff with older packs and things like that. There's a lot of stuff going on with the channel that I really like. But he sells his own products, and he got scammed out of the product, and therefore out of the money. Somebody took the product and then claimed they didn't get it or whatever. Watch his video for the true information, the details. I don't want to botch it and make up stuff. I'm just kind of off the cuff today because I'm a little bit furious. Just like other people in this industry, in this hobby, and other YouTubers, other people who are doing things like I am or are already well ahead of it. I'm looking into doing my own card store, and now it's like, oh man, you see this stuff, it just makes your blood boil, and you can't trust it. You get so angry you can't trust it, and it's so hard. It's so hard to keep boosting yourself back up, but I do like the fact that PokeVault seems to come out of this a little bit better in the end in his perspective. Take a look at it, but ultimately scammed out of what appears to be about $7,000. Yikes. He does a follow-up video. Good. Gives you a nice update of where things are at, and he's making good on his promise to take down this scammer. One, to be responsible for the crime, because it is a crime. Theft is a crime. Fraud, grand larceny, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of little things, and I bet you if you threw the book at this person, the person who's doing the scamming, they could probably get hit for a lot of things. But the crime of just taking advantage of people who are doing an honest thing, and usually from a perspective of doing it honestly. PokeVault's pretty darn transparent. Shares a lot, says a lot, shows a lot, and he knows that you're buying a mystery pack that's higher than the pack values that are within most of the case, but every once in a while people get a good mystery pack out of it, or whatever the case is there, and they can kind of come out on top and win or have a good time. It's the fun of the mystery pack, and we know how those work. What bothers me so much is it's not just him. There are countless people that seem to have been hit by this nasty scammer. Another big YouTuber scammed in the neighborhood of $2,000, Shiny Vert. If you're not familiar, good channel, like his stuff. He creates mystery packs. He does this full time as a YouTuber in the Pokemon hobby. He's living a piece of my dream to get to a certain point where it's viable to continue doing this in a much bigger way. And that's awesome, and it's inspirational, and the content's good. And then even he gets taken. My point is, you could be anybody. You could be a parent looking to help your kids get a pack or two. You could be somebody running a booth at a convention trying to make your place and being a reseller and buying cards, getting them graded, going through the process, and then selling them to make that difference. There's a lot of different areas where people could be getting taken for a ride. Not just from scalpers, but scammers who are going to mistreat you, abuse you, and take advantage, and in the end, steal from you. This has been covered pretty well out there. Rattle did a good episode on this, talking about the whole situation. You have Opossum Bud, who, same thing, brought up the situation. It's just, this is a video within a video within a video within a video now, again, because the subject is a big one. It's the reality that there is a problem out there. And it's not just them. It's not just the little ones. Me too. I've been scammed. Not on this particular instance, but in the past. Tallgrass Cards, a card store who I purchased from. They were fine, no issues, and then all of a sudden, something went weird. And I lost $600. No product to show for it. Big mistake trusting them. They were a growing shop that couldn't make it. I fought. Trust me, I fought to not be taken for that. And I lost in the end. It was so defeating at the time that I thought I was done with the hobby as a whole. And it's people like that card store, or the one being referenced in this particular situation, that ruin it to such a horrible point. Pokemon, they can't do much about it. At least that's what a lot of people keep saying. And I keep saying they actually could do a ton about this. They could prevent the scalpers. They could prevent the scammers by dialing back how many sets they're doing and outputting an insane number of the ones they do print. So that way it is so available, you get sick of it. It is so available, no one's going to pay extra. It is so available, it's not worth playing the games because you can get it anywhere else. Why would you go meet up with somebody on Facebook or some random reseller or some garbage salesperson online? Like, Pokemon could take that step to make things so easy in the hobby as a whole that it creates a disincentive for scalpers and scammers to try to weasel their way in and take advantage. They'll find something else to do. Evil people will continue to be evil. And no, I'm not saying that would solve it. You're still going to have jerks who show up and use Pokemon as their mode to destroy and leech and be acting as a thief. Because evil is evil. Another point to make is this is some of the most covered in recent history of the hobby, and some of the bigger names of the hobby talking about it, directly involved, being scammed in it. It's worth watching this set of 5 videos. They're all linked down below because I think it's interesting content. And I think it's a good reminder that sometimes we have that fear of missing out, that we're going to overpay. Other times we think we have a great opportunity and we don't notice the red flags. As a seller, if I had several things listed and somebody came in and said they want it all, my ears are perked up. My eyebrows shoot up. I'm going, excuse me, you want what now? Because when somebody wants all of it, that is rare. That is very complex. In the case of PokeVault, he sold 77 individual mystery packs to one person. Dude, they are not cheap packs. I'm just betting that kind of transaction does not happen every time you do a drop like this, or very often. And if it does, it's once before. You know? He is being very smart about this. PokeVault's being very smart about this, taking the proper steps, going through all the channels, and just handling it like a champ, and taking it further for the community as a benefit. So, kudos to him. And he already knows. He already knows. I'm not going to tell him. He knows more about this industry than I do. He knows that he's going to look inward and go, if I see a big purchase like that, I'm not just going to vet the way I did before. I'm going to contact them. Hey, you said 33 of this item. That looks like a mistake. Did you mean to say 3 before we move forward? You know, just push it a little bit further. Hey, you said 44 of this item. Didn't you mean to say 4? Even if it's the same person. Push it a little bit further. Put a limit. These sell out, man. You do fine. Put a limit. No. I don't sell more than 8 to an individual buyer on a run. Why? Because you lower your risk of loss. And that's something that comes with experience, and I'm sure he's already thought this through, and that's probably what's going to happen now. Pokemon Company, bandwidth is crazy, can't get on their site, limit of 1. Push out the bots, try to do some more verification steps. All these little things are results of previous problems. He's going to come up with new results of previous problems. If he didn't think of that, I'm sure he did. Take it. Run with it. Do it. Double check. Re-verify. Start a conversation. Make sure. Lead them along before you do this. Okay, great. Let me get your payment. It needs to clear. And then I can send it. And then wait till that payment clearance time expires. Tell them it's that long to deliver something that big. There's so many ways you can handle this, because payments can expire in any way to try to charge back. So there's a lot of ways you can handle this. And I'm not here to coach PokeVault, who's doing this full time, who's in this industry deeper than I am. I'm not here to coach him. I'm here to raise the flag to you listening today. There are ways around this. When somebody says, I want to buy your full collection that you're selling, say, I'm sorry, I don't feel comfortable with that. Are there a couple products you'd like? Because, yeah, when you're selling, you want to get rid of it. You want to get the product. I get it. But don't jump at the opportunity and miss the signs for where you're getting in trouble. That's more of the point. Learn from other people who, one, are already working through it and being transparent and sharing the story with you. It's actually interesting. But also learn from it. Learn from others' mistakes. Learn from my $600 mistake. I'm still bitter about it. Because it really stinks to be taken like that. To be made a fool. And to lose. It does.